Philippines from China. He has been the biggest ambassador of basketball in China at the last 2 decades.
And he is hoping that this team, the guys in red, will protect their home court. The guys in white, talking about Gilas Pilipinas, have big dreams. They want to get back to that grand stage of the finals here in the Asian Games.
Well, the last time the Philippines won a medal was in 1998. And that centennial run for the Philippines under Coach Tim Cone, by the way.
Yes.
A bronze medal finish in 1998.
So first possession goes to Gilas. Oftana. Tough shot. Tried to baby it in. And China has possession.
Oftana was a key figure in that fourth quarter salvage of a win for Team Philippines. Junmar Fajardo, Justin Brownlee, Calvin Oftana hitting the key baskets for Team Philippines as China drills the first 3-point basket.
Right away, Zhao Rui.
A 60% 3-point shooter, by the way, #1 in the entire competition thus far.
Averaging 5.5 points per game in the tournament, getting the first basket for China. Brownlee turns around, fall away shot is good for Justin Brownlee.
That's a high percentage shoot from Justin Brownlee, very familiar, of course, with the offensive system of Coach Tim Cone, getting Brownlee's first touch as Brownlee delivers his first basket.
Zhao again trying to get another basket, and the lefty layup is good.
Against the rim protector, Junmar Fajardo, 5 straight points and 2 possessions for China for a 3-point lead still laban sa Pilipinas.
Already tying his average in the tournament. Talking about Zhao. Thompson. Scotty naghahanap ng kakampi. Shot clock reads 7. Brownlee has to find a way, but he turns the ball over. Back the other way we go. China on the run, and that's a basket plus the foul.
3 possessions, 3 baskets, equivalent to 7 points. Basket of a turnover. Getting the crowd involved is something that we would like to stay away from as this home court is filled. Of course, with people coming from all over China, hindi lang po sa Hangzhou. Dahil, alam mo ba, na since Saturday, holiday dito sa China at ang pasok na nila ay October 6. So people have been traveling from all over the country, which is a billion plus in population, in number, by the way.
3-point play for Hu Jinfu. And you mentioned, Coach Ronnie, na these guys were just here recently.
Yes, with a different lineup, with a different result. And that's why they want to get back at the Philippines. But more than that, they want to defend the crown, which they have won for 8 times here in the Asian Games.
Brownlee with a 3-pointer, short. Good box out by Zhao.
In fact, yung 8 kampeonato ng China have happened in the last 11 stages of the Asian Games.
Every time they hosted the Asian Games,
That's one.
They are champions here in the tournament, and they are showing why. They are up big early in this game.
Early timeout for the Philippines as China has run up with a 9-point lead to open up the first quarter.
Early timeout called by Coach Tim Cone. Philippines down by 9 points. We were talking about it before the break, Coach Ronnie, na itong China, dating back 2 years ago, have won multiple titles.
Oh yes, since 1978 to 2018, China has won 8 championships. And the only country that has been able to slip in has been South Korea in 1982 and in 2002. That was in Busan. The rest has been China. Of course, in 2014, Korea din yun. Let's see how the Philippines will bounce back after being down by 9 points in the first 2.5 minutes of this initial quarter.
So obviously, this is not an easy task to go against China. They've been dominant in the Asian Games. And every time they hosted, they won gold. Philippines trying to eliminate them tonight. And Oftana sneaks in for the 2.
After timeout play is always essential. Stopping the scoring run of China and restoring the offensive flow of the Philippines. Lead down to 7 for the red shirts.
Zhao kicks it out. Shot clock reads 5. Good drop pass in the reverse.
Wow. Still 100% for Team China.
Zhu Junlong with a 2-pointer.
Extra pass underneath. Rim protector was late.
Back to a 9-point game. Oftana fakes. Binigay kay Junmar. Fajardo banging bodies. Following shot.
Difficult. Excellent defense for player number 21 for China, disallowing Junmar Fajardo from going deeper and closer to the basket. That was Hu Qinlu, by the way, for China, defending Junmar Fajardo.
Hu Mingxuan puts up a 3. Back rims. Newsome gets the rebound.
First miss in the first 3 minutes and 30.
You know, those reach-ins haven't been called by the officials. You saw the China player even admitting na binigyan niya ng foul pero hindi tinawag.
There was a preemptive foul trying to be given up by China, but in this return play, after a turnover by Scottie Thompson, Chris Newsome had no other recourse but to give up a shooting foul. Penetration and a dish. Nice find. Another excellent finish.
But I think they've been pretty consistent with that, Coach Ronnie. A bit more lenient. Pati sa ibang countries, ganun sila eh. They allow more physicality in the game.
CJ Perez making his first entry in this match. CJ Perez coming in for Chris Newsome. And so far, the only baskets of Team Philippines have come from Justin Brownlee and Calvin Oftana. Two of the best offensive weapons for the Philippines. As Oftana fired 7 points in 36 minutes versus Iran, while Brownlee, of course, as we mentioned, had 36 points in 36 minutes.
An 11-point lead for China with 6 and 6 remaining in the first. Perez trying to talk to the officials about the defense of the red shirts. Pinasok agad siya ni Coach Tim Cone because Gilas needs the scoring. Perez umatras, binalik kay Junmar sa loob, and Junmar puts it in.
First basket for Junmar Fajardo. As CJ Perez was able to beat that ball screen defense, enabling Junmar Fajardo to dive after attracting a switch on that ball screen possession.
You can hear chants of defense inside the arena. So kahit na majority nito is for China, there's still some Pinoys cheering on.
Of course. At saka yung mga ibang athletes tumatawid ng mga stadiums para panood kasi allowed naman sa mga accredited IDs nila.
Yun yung maganda pag patapos na rin yung competition.
Yes. Yung iba kasi, maski wala na, katulad yan, yung ating women's team have bowed out of the competition, pwede silang manood kasi dito rin sila naglalaro So allowed yung mga ID kasi ayan maraming letters yan, 2R na yan, indicates kung saan ka lang pwedeng makapasok.
Right. The more numbers, ibig sabihin, kahit saan pwede ka.
Yes. Sila Chairman Bachman yun ng PSC Commission.
Officials natin, of course. Oftana missing the 3.
The Philippines only allowed a single shot so far. Offensive rebounding was huge for the Philippines in that World Cup win over Team China as we blew them apart. Winning by a large margin 96-75.
But the guy who torched the net in that game, obviously Jordan Clarkson, not part of the lineup here.
I believe he had 18 points in the third quarter surge. And really rewrote the script in that match after China had a 1-point lead to end the first 2 quarters. Stop and go move forces the Philippines to give up a foul that was once again Zhao extracting that defensive foul against the Philippines.
Halfway through the first, China still with possession. 5 to shoot for China. Pass almost bobbled, and eventually it leads to that turnover.
First turnover for Team China. So far, they have tried to expose the defense of Junmar Fajardo against the 2-man game. But in that last sequence, couple of switch defense, and then better position defense to disallow any open drives to the basket.
Perez picks up his dribble. Gives it up to Brownlee. JB, the switch. Perez drives inside. Everything but the board for Perez.
Just one possession once again for the Philippines.
Open 3 for China. Back rims it. But look at the long arms of Zhu, just unable to control.
China beginning to miss. After connecting on their first 6 attempts, China has been at 15 points since the 6-minute mark.
But can Philippines convert on the other end?
Difficult move.
Nothing dropping right now for the Philippines.
Philippines also scoreless since that basket by Kagin of Tana after the timeout was called by Coach Tim Cone.
Both teams have gone cold. Who will get the first basket in a while? Wala pa rin yan. Tana will bring down the leather. Calvin. Down low to Thompson.
Offensive foul. Wow. Philippines had 28 points against Iran. Built a 6-point lead to end the first quarter. Right now with only 6 points, this have come from Fajardo, of Tana, and of course the first basket delivered by Justin Brownlee. Well anticipated here by China in that post-up move coming from Scottie Thompson. To extract that offensive foul called against Scottie Thompson. As the other giant, Ron Zelin, announces his first entry.
Standing at 7 feet tall.
Yes, I saw him up close. Walking to the dining area, and of course, maski nakaupo, matangkad sa amin.
Short on the layup was Zhao Jiwei, the captain for China.
And both teams scoreless in the last 3 minutes.
Perez. Dribbling. Brownlee. And a foul called on that hug by Zhao Jiwei.
Ball movement is going to be essential for Team Philippines. China had 20 assists in that 84-70 win over Korea. They shot 51% from the field. Meanwhile, the Philippines had 17 assists versus Iran. As Justin Brownlee tries to attack the basket and will be rewarded with 2 free throws shortly.
Well, Scottie Thompson went for the rebound. Kaya nagbanggaan sila dun ni Justin Brownlee, but all is well as they get back up. I'm sure they've had a lot of those also in training, even outside of Pilas, sa Ginebra.
Philippines went to the line 17 times versus Iran. Made 12 free throws for 71%. Brownlee was 7 of 8 from the line for 88%. That's 7 of his 36 points coming from the line. And he had 8 of our 17 free throws. Meanwhile, China only went to the line 7 times against South Korea, hitting 5 free throws. But had 9 3-point baskets versus Korea for 27 of their 84 points.
Pilas women are in full support. We also saw Coach Pat Aquino cheering on. inside, denied by Perez.
Completed stop. Good big side defense coming from CJ Perez, able to recover. This was the last play.
Junmar against the 7-footer. Fajardo going to work. Drops it off to Scotty Thompson, who will get the basket plus the foul.
Good scoring run for the Philippines. 4 straight points after the score was pegged at 15-6 for about 3 minutes. At the 5:30 mark, scoreline was at 15-6. Philippines working harder defensively and now able to get their offense closer to the basket. Lead down to just 5 points. Make that 4 on the Scotty conversion from the line. Forces China to call their ceasefire as well.
Chris Ross liking the action. Timeout on the floor for China.
Just stay. Let him go on the big side. Let him go on the big side. No shooter. Stay on the side and create both sides. Create big side. Okay. Let's go. Ball in. Ball in. Continue. Fist up. Fist up play. Fist up play. This side. Hey, this side. This side. Go. Go.
Action resumes here over at Pilipinas Live with China. Still up by 4 points, but they called a timeout after Gilas went on the run, Coach Ron.
7-0 run for Team Philippines after we were down at 15-4. 5-minute and 31 mark.
Shot clock winding down. Will they have enough time? No. That went in, but a shot clock violation for Wang Jailin.
I think they're checking if that foul was called within the 24-second shot clock or did it happen after the shot clock violation.
Officials discussing. Either it was a shot clock or a foul first,
I think they're going to check it.
which is the right thing to do in a huge game like this. Pumito yung
That was close.
official sa baseline.
Ang tanong lang kung yung pito nauna dun sa shot clock, na pag-expire ng shot clock or nauna yung pagkatapos ng shot clock. Shot clock doon sa pito.
Yao Ming looking comfortable in his seat.
Barely.
Naka-4 eh. May space pa.
Masakit kasi yung likod niya eh. Masakit na likod niya. Oo. When you're that tall, di ba?
Right, right.
Is Adatis from China has been the biggest ambassador of basketball.
Perez. First free throw drops.
Last
Leaves it with Junmar, who was quick to put it up and was fouled on his way up.
Scottie Thompson, Justin Brownlee, Calvin Oftana were the three players which played over 30 minutes against Iran. Junmar Fajardo had over 25 minutes meanwhile against Iran in the quarterfinal matchup. Philippines into the semis for the first time since 2002. Philippines looking to make it to the finals since 1990. The 1990 edition of the Asian Games, where Junmar Fajardo builds on the 7-0 run and now has given the Philippines an 8-0 blast to erase what was once a 15-4 deficit and now will only be behind by a one-possession disadvantage. China scoreless in the last 4 minutes at least.
A minute and a half remaining in the first quarter. Who will answer for China, who hasn't scored in quite a while, still continues to miss?
I think they've missed their last 5 3-point attempts.
And not the best looks also, it's always contested. But still shooting higher, at a higher clip than Philippines. Scottie. Oh, that goes in for Scottie Thompson.
Such a special player. Plays bigger than his size. Ties the count at 15 on an 11-0 blast for the Philippines.
High game, but China gets 2 points to get the lead back.
First basket in the last 5 minutes for China.
So it was only for a few seconds that Gilas tied the game. Thompson, ilabas kay Perez. Junmar, that's his range.
6 points for Junmar Fajardo. Ties the, or pegs the score at 17 points apiece. Fajardo, Brownlee, Scottie Thompson, and the playmaking of CJ Perez getting the jump done here for the Philippines in the latter part of the first quarter.
Zhao gets the pick from Wang. And it will remain with China.
A 13-2 run here for the Philippines after being down at 15-4. 5 minute and 31 mark. China that blistering run to open up the first quarter. But the Philippines with the first entry of CJ Perez has seemingly recovered. Toughness on defense, getting the ball closer to the basket on offense, and defending the three-point line better. That's a foul off the ball, or rather off the inbound. That might be the free throws.
Chris Ross, who just checked in, will be called for that one.
Their number 4, Sao Jiwei, has been a catalyst here for China, scoring early baskets, getting to the basket, hitting a three-point shot. Lassiter and Chris Ross were DNPs.
Right.
The last match for the Philippines. Getting some floor time here before the first quarter is done.
So if fresh legs ang pag-uusapan itong dalawang to, definitely.
That was the holding foul call against Chris Ross on that attempted back screen for Zhang Jailin. This man on the line will convert 2 free throws.
So last shot time for Gilas Pilipinas with 7.5 seconds remaining. They can either tie this one up or even take the lead. For the first time, Alas is now in the game. Kevin attacks, puts it up. Nothing there. Japek for the putback. Short.
One of the best blow-by players in the country, Kevin Alas, getting the last say. Tito Aguilar trying to tie the count, but eventually China will stay ahead at 19-17 to end the first 10 minutes.
You're still catching the 19th Asian Games here on Pilipinas Live. Dip Dipianco with Coach Ronnie Magsano calling this match. To start the first quarter, Coach Ronnie, mabilis yung simula ng China, but then Philippines, after being down big, nakahabol to end the
And
first.
that was the most important development para sa Pilipinas. We don't want to end the quarter down by a double-digit deficit or start the second quarter behind by a large lead. Although China nailed the first basket, importante tayo nakabalik at naka-recover after that initial surge coming from China.
Lassiter unable to get the three, but we saw the numbers dun sa first quarter. Hindi naman din nagkalayo towards the latter part.
Pareho sa dami ng field goals, mas maraming free throws ang Team Philippines. Points of turnovers, dito lumamang ang China on early turnovers coming from the Philippines.
China on the run. Wang Zhelin puts it up and puts
Wow.
it in.
Running the break, and the gentle giant helping China build another 6-point lead on a 4-0 run to open up the second quarter. So starting our quarters belongs to China. Ending quarters strongly so far. After the first quarter, it has been the Philippines is roundly able to get inside the heart of China's defense.
Tough shot, no problem. For Justin Brownlee.
That's so good. He was a born winner, definitely. And will go down in history as one of the best reinforcements ever to play in the country, of course.
China setting up their offense, but they go for the quick three, in and out.
That's a good ball tip coming from CJ Perez. After a near offensive rebound coming from Wang Zhelin.
CJ Perez napitawan ng bola. China taking it away. All the way, and a foul called.
5 points off turnovers, make that 7 after Wang Zhelin scored earlier. Philippines committing 3 turnovers, right now have 2 turnovers here in the quarter. This was the last one on that nice takeaway coming from player number 10 of China, Zhao Rui, with 8 points versus Iran, and that, or rather against South Korea in their semi-final matchup. That was Justin Brownlee giving up that last foul.
Two minutes and a second gone by in the second quarter. First free throw drops.
Philippines won the battle in rebounding versus Iran. China also did the same against Korea. 1 offensive rebound so far taken away by the Philippines from China. But Philippines having 2 rebounds better than China after the first 10 minutes.
Ross being hounded by China's Zhao Jiwei.
6-2 run here to open up the first quarter. And Coach Tim Cone has seen enough. Chris Ross will be back on the bench. Good ball pressure here coming from China, forcing Chris Ross to be called for, I think that was just ball going outside, and possession swinging back to China.
4 takeaways already for China in the match. The feed inside and the finish.
Wow. Fake pass, rather fake shot leading to that downhill move by Wang Zhelin. Did not play at all against the Philippines, as China lost Zhao Qi in the second quarter of that World Cup face-off. Wang Zhelin has powered China to another 8-point lead after the offense was frigid for the red shirts in the last part of the first quarter.
And that is incredible control on the part of Wang. Catching that ball, finishing.
This was a youth wonder for China. First 3-point. Three-pointer for China since the early part of the first quarter gives them another 11-point lead. And the Philippines will call another timeout after a slow start to open up the second quarter, and have fallen behind as China has come up with an 11-2 opening of the second quarter against the Philippines.
Timeout called by Gilas Pilipinas. You see the players huddling up after what Coach Tim Cone told the boys.
It was clear as day the way Coach Tim communicated to the rest of Team Gilas. Player number 10, the catalyst right now with solid 8-point contribution. And they have been scoring off the turnovers coming from the Philippines, and that has led to some easy baskets for them, so to speak. Easy na yun kasi mas hirap sila mag-score sa half-court defense ng Philippines. The starting unit for Coach Tim Cone back in harness after this 11-2 run to open up the second quarter has been dealt by Team China.
And he was saying, Coach Ronnie, na hindi nila na-execute ng tama yung plays ng Gilas. Is it the defense of China that's giving Gilas a hard time? Just like that one.
Well, that's one. Number 2, mahirap din talagang bumutas laban sa depensa nila. This is a different team from China that we're facing. Not just because the 2 NBA players are not around, pero iba yung kumpiyansa pag nasa home court ka. We saw that from the Philippines when we beat them by nearly 20 points. Yes, he does not agree, but that was the right call anyway. Look at Wang Zilin sprint once again, get to the post block.
You can hear the crowd cheering him on. 1-on-1 against Junmar.
Not this
Brownlee
time. Good help coming from Brownlee.
gets the rebound.
China not allowing the Philippines to run. An enviable task for player number 26. To try and shadow Justin Brownlee.
So since the first quarter, Brownlee has been relatively quiet here in the second.
1917 was the end of the first quarter, by the way.
Oftana fakes, steps in, misses. Junmar tapped away, but possession remains with Philippines.
China's half-court defense definitely much better here in this quarter. After giving up free throws and inside baskets to the Philippines. Another giant coming in. One of their best players, as Wang Zilin made a good account of himself, scoring, rebounding, and defending and protecting the paint for China.
So, upo ang 7-footer ang papalit 6'11".
Lumiit ng bahagya.
Fajardo, who will come up away with the ball, and Scotty Thompson scores 2.
It's not a matter of size for Scotty Thompson. Always positioning himself underneath and finding a way. Oh!
And the bank is open
Wow.
for China's Zhao Jiwei, the captain.
And that was a high board look from the captain. Nearing the halfway mark. Let's see if China will be over the limit. Something that the Philippines can use to score without the time running at all. As a ball screen, as Scotty Thompson was caught underneath. Early trigger. And that's the reaction as China, I believe, has hit 5 3-pointers already versus the Philippines. Hindi po quarter yan. Quarter po yan na scoring. 14-4 is the scoreline here in this quarter.
Brownlee gusto bumawi. Doesn't get the bounce. Thompson. China, they've got the numbers. Coast to coast.
And this is top of mind for China. Definitely kitang-kita mo sa kanilang offensive game plan. Run at every opportunity. Off a defensive stop. Off a turnover. Every time that you have the opportunity to run, try to run the Philippines to the ground. Kasi nga pangatlong laro na natin in as many days.
Right. You have to remember the fatigue factor for Gilas Pilipinas. Third straight day of play.
Philippines has not missed a free throw. China has missed once. But the Philippines has not gone to the line as much as they did in the first quarter when both teams shot 5 of 5 from the free throw line. China right now, 15th second quarter point. Second miss from the free throw line for the red shirts in the quarter. 13-point lead para dito sa China. Is their biggest advantage after an early 15-4 advantage. Pang penalty na ba yan?
It's been a relatively slower quarter. More fouls are being called here in the second quarter. Wu Mingxuan will check in for Zhao Jiwei, who provided
That is from China. It has been the biggest.
2 minutes in the second. And gone by in the second.
Oh!
It's been a relatively slower quarter. More fouls are being called here in the second quarter. Wu Mingxuan will check in for Zhao Jiwei, who provided buckets for China.
Look at the ball pressure. Just a simple ball denial. Sasa Djordjevic trying to get back at Team Philippines after the Philippines forced China to be undefeated, or rather winless in that World Cup run. Nanalo to ng isa, pero tinalo natin. And eventually, we qualified for a qualifying tournament for the Paris 2024 Olympics. Oh my.
Continuation is given. Zhang Zhenlin. His teammates loving that basket.
In the first quarter, the Philippines gave up early points from the inside. In the last part of the first quarter, that was not allowed. But here in the second quarter, China able to get into the heart of the defense, into the restricted zone, and that last offensive possession came off a big-to-big screen that freed up this young man to be able to get to the line and finish on the other side of the court.
Only 24 years of age.
Ang babata no?
But the strength, no? Ang ganda ng depensa. But he was able to control the ball and finish. Unfortunately,
Nabuti pa nga sa atin, sumasablay sila sa free throw line. 36-21, 5-11 mark. We see Ange Kwame, I believe, for the first time in this match. So double check lang natin, ha?
yep. Gilas having trouble. Naitawid. Kwame.
Stepping on the line. Stepping on the line. I saw it. When he turned, his foot was over the line. 4 points so far scored by the Philippines in the quarter. China, meanwhile, ito, pagpihip. Sumobra sa linya. Brownlee and Kwame playing together for the first time in this match.
China, second chance basket. Missing. Newsome comes away with it. Chris stepping on the gas. Newsome. The Euro and the finish.
First fast break opportunity for the Philippines, courtesy of Chris Newsome. Three-point play in the making here for the White Shirts. But once again, start of the quarter, China. Can the Philippines finish strong once again to cut into a double-digit deficit and get into the third quarter just behind by a small disadvantage?
Kasama pang foul, tries to complete. The bonus. He does so, but still an 11-point lead for China.
Kanila parati yung unang 5 minuto. Basta makuha lang ng Pilipinas itong natitirang oras para sa magandang buwelo sa panimula ng third quarter, mabuti para sa atin.
That's going to be a miscue on the part of China, and we head back to the side of the Philippines.
Unforced turnovers always hurt. Empty possessions will always kill you.
And obviously the reaction from Coach Alexander says it all. Newsome trying to build confidence from that basket a while ago. Thompson nilabas. Banks it in for Scotty Thompson.
2 possessions, 5 straight points. The Philippines making its move. But Sasha Djordjevic has seen enough. Would like to cut into this momentum with China still ahead by 10 at 36-26.
protect with it. 上来，防突破。Go. Sweet, Kevin. Go. Good job. Good job. Let's go. Two sides.
Back here on Pilipinas Live for the 19th Asian Games. It's the host country leading by 10 points. Coming off a timeout, let's see how they will respond. Good passing, but better hands for Chris Newsome.
Back-to-back turnovers here for China. The Philippines has stopped every after timeout play for China so far. 5-point run here for the Philippines as Newsome scored off a 3-point play that he completed. In the previous possession.
Brownlee has time, but turns the ball over and we go back the other way. Red shirts running. They swing the ball to the right. Inside pass.
Another turnover, the third straight one for China.
JB on the move, the pick by Kwame. Brownlee has it. Swings it to Newsome. Inside to Kwame. Unable to handle the pass. And it ends up with China once again, and they will finish.
Three straight stops for the Philippines, but just could not convert. And China stops a 5-0 run, restores a 12-point lead under the 3-minute mark of the first half.
Oftana. Thompson to Brownlee. You know, Justin Brownlee wants to get a basket, just having a tough time going inside.
Wow.
That finish from China.
Back-to-back inside baskets here for China. And suddenly the lead stands at 14. That was a difficult make against one of the best perimeter defenders for the country. Ang bibilis mag-close out ng red shirts, hindi ka makatira.
You can see the defense there. So active, their hands bothering Gilas. Their physicality too, and then a wide open layup.
Oh my goodness. 36-21. It was 36-26. Suddenly a 6-0 run on 3 straight layups here for China for the biggest lead for them. A 16-point lead. 7 assists for China. None so far for the Philippines.
Oftana picks up his dribble. It's number 18 of China has been playing excellent defense. Talking about Du Runwang.
That was a good block coming from Newsome, but the whistle was blown. Chased down by Newsome after a miss from the short corner.
How many times have we seen that, Coach Shawnee? Turnover from Gilas, outlet pass.
Look at the effort coming from Newsome. Clear upstairs, but definitely there was some contact. This was the short corner miss. Every miss, every turnover, China is off and running. Layup after layup. As the Philippines half-court defense has gotten tougher. But the running game, the transition mates, points of turnovers has been their domain so far in the first 28 minutes and a half of the first 2 quarters. naka-recover, no? Philippines was on course to finish strongly after a 5-point cluster, 36-26 scoreline.
And even just behind by 2 points to end the first.
Tama. Yun yung unang balik. At ang kagandahan sana for Team Philippines, wala yung number 31, wala yung number 4. Chance to inch even closer. And China missed 3 free throws here in the second quarter as well.
You have to take advantage of those opportunities whenever China misses those free throws.
And this is an 8-0 counter run for China after the lead was pegged at 36-26. Ange Kwame had some impact, but turnovers hurting the Philippines here in the quarter.
Thompson, they find Oftana for 3. Still not falling for Gilas Pilipinas.
Nothing so far from the long ball. Justin Brown is being clearly contained by China's team defense.
So 1 minute and 5 remaining in the first half, and China enjoying an 18-point lead.
Philippines 0 out of 5 from the 3 ball. China 12 points at 4 of 10 from the line. Philippines 5 of 5 from the line together with China in the first quarter. Mabuting 4 na sablay na ang China in the quarter. They've gone to the line 14 times in this quarter. Rather, 8 times in the quarter, have converted 5.
Youngest player on the floor, Hui Yongxi, only 20 years of age for China, splitting his free throws.
11 of 14 from the line, nearly 80%. Every time they shoot from the line, the press is coming here for Team China.
Thompson opted to go to Brownlee. Now he has space for 3. Misses.
This was ever so crucial heading to this match. After making 8 3-point baskets on a 40% shooting clip versus Iran. That box and 1 defense against Brownlee exposed the Philippines a bit. And in this particular match, the Philippines severely challenged from the 3 ball. 0 of 8 clips so far for the Philippines. Nothing from the 3-point line yet for the Philippines. 26 points so far in the first half. 9 here in the quarter. China, meanwhile, with a total of 26 second quarter points. Mabuti pa nga, sumasablay sila from the line. Ulit-ulitin ko yan. 4 missed free throws from the line for China. Lead could have been bigger for them.
Hu making 1 out of 2 for China, and now it's back up to a 20-point lead.
Biggest lead for China.
The pressure is still on. Brownlee. Pass to Thompson for the 2-pointer.
First basket since the 4-minute mark for Team Philippines.
Oh, left wide open all day. Lucky for Gilas, China was not able to convert.
But they get the second possession.
And on the second possession,
That was difficult. Will not be denied.
they are long and athletic, talking about the China players.
They had a good start. The confidence is there for them.
Oftana answers back to end the first half. But Gilas Pilipinas find themselves down big by 18 points as we head into the break. Halftime here, and we'll be back to discuss the numbers here on Pilipinas Live. this 18-point lead as third quarter will be underway in just a bit. We thank you all for joining us for our coverage of the 19th Asian Games here in Hangzhou, China. We are live.
Napakabigat dip ng fast break scoring, 17-3. Turnover points, 15-4. Lahat yan pabor sa China. Philippines with 10 turnovers. China so far with 5. Brownlee has to take over right at the onset of the third quarter for the Philippines to have a chance to cut into this deficit.
Welcome to the third quarter. Dip Bianco alongside Coach Ronnie Magsano calling this match. CJ Perez with a quick basket for Philippines.
And for the first time in this match, the Philippines will have the first say to open up the quarter.
Let's see if they can get a stop early on in this quarter. Zhao working his way inside.
And again, forcing Junmar Fajardos to step out and guard the ball-screen offense of China, using our best rim protector as a weak link in the two-man game offense for China.
Zhao is a tall guard that did some damage as well no first quarter pa lang. Perez attacks aggressively and he earns a foul from China.
Philippines shot only one free throw in the previous 10 minutes. China went to the line 12 times in the second quarter alone, converted 7 free throws. CJ Perez successful earlier, able to get to the basket, but China returning favor. Good crossover move using his offhand, but more than that, equalizing the scoreline here in the quarter.
Perez back rims the first free throw.
First miss for the Philippines from the line.
Yung China nakarami na kaninang first half.
17 free throws total. CJ Perez scoring his first points earlier.
Misses both. But ball remains with Gilas Pilipinas.
Good battle coming from Junmar Fajardo.
Oh,
Review.
I think he's asking for
Challenge.
a challenge. You see the importance of each possession despite a
Yes,
huge
that's true.
lead.
At saka, minsan, alam mo naman na mali yung challenge mo, pero para lang makapag-isip yung mga players, para makakuha ka ng unofficial timeout.
Yeah.
3-point shooting has been Baptist from China. He has been the biggest ambassador of basketball.
Perez attacks aggressively and he earns a foul from China.
Philippines shot only one free throw in the previous 10 minutes. China went to the line 12 times in the second quarter alone, converted 7 free throws.
But ball remains with Gilas Pilipinas.
Good battle coming from Junmar Fajardo.
Oh,
Review.
I think he's asking for
Challenge.
a challenge. You see the importance of each possession despite a
Yes,
huge
that's true.
lead.
At Philippines, China 7 steal.
So Scotty Thompson will inbound with 8 minutes and 56 remaining in the third
I
quarter.
believe Scott is the reigning MVP, no? Tama, no? The PBA, which will open November 5. Just had the last PBA draft.
Right. Of course, yung conference is limited because of the World Cup. They took a long break to prepare.
Yes, double, triple effort for the Philippines after a Brownlee miss.
It's going to be a turnover for China.
Right. China had very few mistakes in the second quarter. Success run versus the Philippines.
Thompson looking at Junmar. Fajardo positioning inside, goes for the reverse.
That was a good look. Dump to the ball inside to Junmar, one of the best inside operators for the Philippines.
Zhao, good pass, and then the stuff and the finish from Hu Jin. Jinshu.
That was low but calculating. Back to a 20.8 for the red shirts.
Brownie being defended closely. Another emergency pass stolen away by Durunwan. Here come the red shirts. Zhao, cross-court pass. They swing it to Zhao once again. Still a lot of time for China to work with. The bounce pass.
Good rotation coming from Brownlee. Once again, China's bailout on offense is to push Junmar Fajardo out of the paint, forcing to break down defensively, but Brownlee protected the paint really well.
Brownlee gets another touch.
This player number 26 has made life difficult for Justin Brownlee all match long.
He's being a pesky defender to
Yes.
JB all throughout.
Stands at least 6'4", no? Tangkad din eh.
Zhu Junlong is actually 6'7".
Oo.
Brownlee for three. Yes!
Finally knocks one from the long ball, the first conversion for the Philippines. We talked about the fact that Brownlee has to take over here at the onset of the third quarter.
Zhao. Who? 3-point shooting so far. That was the first made basket from the outside.
Tama.
To beat the buzzer. And Philippines gets the rebound.
Brownlee needs to get another touch after converting the first three ball for the
Paul
Philippines.
Thompson is in trouble. Brownlee. Dangerous
Oh, that
play
was a
there.
foul on CJ Perez.
And China has the numbers. Free for three. Lucky break for Gilas.
Chance to run.
Brownie's already there in position for three. Off to the left and rebound by Junmar for the finish.
5-point run for the Philippines. Down 20 at 52-32, now behind by 15 at 52-37.
Good thing Brownlee was not hit on that play where he saved the basketball. Zhao. Corner three.
Oh my! That's got to hurt. Defending Brownlee and scoring off the three ball stops the scoring run for the Philippines.
Back up to an 18-point lead for China. There is Brownlee. Mid-range jumper is good for Justin Brownlee.
5 in the quarter for Brownlee, most productive quarter so far. Forcing the switch, attacking the cross match, and scoring, I believe, tignan natin yung 9 points in the quarter already for the Philippines compared to 7 for China.
Who decides to go back out, decides to go in this time.
Good stop here for the Philippines.
Brownlee bringing the ball down. JB on the move. JB will finish.
7 of the 11 points of the Philippines in the quarter coming from Justin Brownlee. 13 right now for Brownlee.
Trying to carry Gilas Pilipinas back in the ball game. Already with 7 points
Dorali has to start here in the third, not in the fourth.
quarter. Naagaw. White shirts. They've got the numbers. Perez goes up and will get the 2 points.
Down 20 now, behind by 12. Halfway mark passed here in the third quarter. Good scoring run for the Philippines. Philippines trying to regain its composure and keep this match close and tight. Justin Brownlee in takeover mode.
It's his game. You gotta take it.
Action resumes. China coming off a timeout.
Wow, that's a big basket coming from Wang Zilin. Kerwin awarding off call against him, but he was able to get deep in the basket and break this scoring surge for the Philippines.
Thompson puts it up and gets the roll.
Leading scorer for the Philippines in the first two quarters with 11 points, able to get once again into the restricted zone and score the 15-point for the Philippines.
So good signs for Gilas Pilipinas as the baskets are starting to fall, Coach Ronnie.
And the defense has become tougher for the Philippines, no doubt.
Putting Ange Kwame in skates. Three-pointer is good for Zhao Rui.
It's a backbreaker. Lead down to 12. Increases once again to 15. And I believe that is three-pointer number 6 already for China.
Perez. CJ working his way. Tough
Difficult,
shot.
difficult.
No problem for CJ Perez.
No problem. Very good going to his left.
Naabangan. Crowd was waiting for Wang to shoot the three. They want Zhao instead. Save to the wrong guy. Thompson escapes. Scotty leaves it with Kwame. Napunta lang of Tana. Brownlee for three. No. Kwame picks it up. Ange controls. Put back. No.
Lot of contact. No whistle blown. 13-point lead stays for China. But the takeaway here coming from Brownlee.
Here comes Gilas once again of Tana.
Oh, lost opportunity for the Philippines.
Sloppy play on the break.
Right. Some golden opportunities for the Philippines. We started the quarter with the Philippines down at 48-30.
Zhao again, same spot. Misses this time. Brownlee has it. The pick by Ange. Pass stolen away.
We're forcing turnovers but also committing turnovers. More field goals for the Philippines in the quarter. But some golden chances that could have given the country more points to have been able to cut into this deficit. Could have decreased this deficit to a single-digit one. Instead, in the 2-minute and 22 mark, China has a total of 12 points in the quarter. Philippines with 17 in the quarter, but the Philippines still behind by 13 points.
They find an open Zhao. The captain picks it up. Out to Hu for 3. Loose ball ends up with Thompson. Scotty to Oftana.
That's good transition defense for China.
All day for Justin Brownlee, and he makes the pay.
Excellent transition pass. Suddenly the Philippines is closer. Lead is just down to 10 for China after an 18-point advantage to end the first 2 quarters. This was the pass. Trail post pass, very hard to stop.
That is a lot of room for Justin Brownlee, and he drains the triple.
I believe Brownlee has 10 of the 20 points of the Philippines in the quarter so far. And we are outscoring China here in the quarter, 20 against 12.
Remember, he scored 36 points in the game against Iran yesterday to send us to the semifinals.
Brownlee now has a total of 16 points, 10 in the third quarter. Ooh.
Zhang. China looking for the open man. Good defense by Gilas Pilipinas.
That was Ange Kwame forcing the turnover.
Brownlee. Lots of time left on the shot clock. Crosses over. JB to Oftana. Swings it to Thompson. And a foul will be called on Zhao Jiwei.
Good headway for the Philippines. 10-point deficit is doubly better than being behind by 20 at this stage.
Kevin Alas will check in for Coach Tim Cohn,
Smaller
replacing
unit.
Calvin Oftana. With a minute and 18 remaining in the third. Gilas just down by 10. Brownlee puts it up, and he will troop to the line for 2. Two free throws.
The Philippines putting a lot of pressure in China's half-court execution. This was one of the best quarters for China in the FIBA World Cup, player number 77.
Are you referring to Zhang Zhenlin? Brownlee will be the one to shoot free throws. First one is a miss.
This is the first time in this match that the Philippines will outscore China in a quarter. First time in this game that the Philippines will have the first say to open up a quarter.
Wow, in and out again for Brownlee. That's 2 misses. That could have cut the lead down to a single digit. And the putback is good for Wang Zhelin.
Some big baskets here from Wang Zhelin. The first say to open up a quarter.
Wow, in and out again for Brownlee. That's 2 misses. That could have cut the lead down to a single digit. And the putback is good for Wang Zhelin.
Some big baskets here from Wang Zhelin off the bench. Dapat 8 na lang. Instead, umakit muli sa 12.
Brownlee wants to take it back. Kwame puts it up, brings it. Back the other way we go. Who? Free for 3. Doesn't get the bounce. Perez gives it up to Brownlee. JB attacks.
Ooh.
Denied by Zhang Zhenlin. Not in our home court.
Still the most successful scoring quarter for Justin Brownlee. Angle defense, inside help.
Perez sneak one in, bothered by the 7-footer. Redshirts are on the run. Almost the same game clock and shot clock here to end the third. So possibly the last shot for China. They go inside. Unable to finish. Alas has enough time to heave from full court.
Ooh!
Good line. As we end the third quarter of action with Keys 12.
And for the first time in this match, the Philippines will win a quarter away from China. 20 points for the Philippines in the previous quarter. A total of 14 for China. Quarter scoring comparable numbers, 19-17 in the first 10 minutes. In the second quarter, 29-13 for China. Eventually, we ended the first half 40-30 in favor of China. And to close itong ating third quarter, tayo ay tutulak sa fourth quarter. Na 62-50. Lamang ang China laban sa Pilipinas. Biggest scoring quarter for the Philippines was a 20-point quarter. The previous one, William Brownlee, had 10 third quarter points for a total of 16 points right now.
What did Gilas Pilipinas do better in the third
Oh,
quarter?
defensively, we were tougher. The half-court defense was really good for the Philippines. But this young man, who did not play against the Philippines in the FIBA World Cup, has been a big thorn, literally, against our defense.
Alas goes to Kwame. Put back is good for Ange Kwame.
Shot in the arm in his confidence bank, talking about Ange Kwame. Inside force, offensive presence. Baptiste from China has been the biggest ambassador of basketball in China at the last 2 decades.
And he is hoping that this team, the guys in red, will protect their home court.
Talking about Ange Kwame. Inside. Inside force, offensive presence that we need. Inside.
Like the contacts of Wang Jerin came off.
Pag nakita mo yan, batang-bata talaga yung tsura, sobra. And it's very easy to spot him because of his size and height.
At 7-footer.
Tahimik lang yan.
Step back 3. Quiet but physical.
Yes. He was a youth prodigy. The guy with the point guard. Kevin Alas getting some floor time, winning the battle. Siya yung nag-hook pero ang natatawagan ay si Wang Zelin. No complaints for the gentle giant. Newsome is back for the Philippines together with Ange Kwame.
Alas uses the screen of Kwame, kicks it out. Brownlee for 3. Off the glass and in for Justin Brownlee.
Good start for Brownlee. Has hit all of the 3 balls for the Philippines. Suddenly, lead is down to 9 for China.
Not the best shooting.
Doesn't matter.
The first half, walang na-shoot na 3. Finally, it's starting to fall here in the second half. And a stop for Gilas.
Watch out for Brownlee playing off the ball right now.
Brownlee wants another. Back-to-back threes for Justin Brownlee to cut the lead down to just 6.
It's just a 2-possession lead for China right now. The takeover continues for Justin Brownlee. 22 points for Brownlee, 6 in the quarter, 10 in the previous third.
China feeling the pressure. But the crowd is right behind them. Denied by Kwame.
That's what Ange Kwame brings to the table for Team Philippines. Rim protect, inside presence. But what about Brownlee? Showing us the winner and him. This was the play that freed up Brownlee. One from the left, the other from the right. A basket off an extra pass. Sasa Djordjevic pondering on what needs to be done here for China.
4.9 seconds remaining on the shot clock for China. Oh, tough break for Gilas. And a lucky one for China because time was already winding down at tinawagan pa ng foul.
The whistle was blown, but as you can see, there was hardly any contact. 62-50 to start the fourth quarter. 3 points in the quarter for China. They scored only 10 in the previous third. Philippines exploded for their best scoring quarter with 20 in the third. Philippines now with 8 points here, 6 of them coming from 2 3-pointers from Justin Brownlee. Of course, a 2-point conversion coming from Ange Kwame.
Brownlee, no hesitation, quickly hits the 3. 3 straight now for JB.
Lead down to 5, closer and closer. 3 possessions, 9 points. What a headway for the Philippines.
He is catching fire here in the fourth, just when Gilas needed the most.
Philippines had no 3-point conversions in the first 2 quarters. Shot clock winding down.
Zhang puts it up. A miss. And last touch by a red shirt. By the tallest guy on the floor.
Brownlee, I believe, has hit 5 3-point shots already. 2 in the third, 3 here in the fourth.
And shooting at a high clip, Coach Ronnie, 5 out of 10. You're right, 5 3-pointers to his name.
3-guard combo here for the Philippines, working wonders.
For the entry of Kevin Alas helped Gilas in this run. He's got Kwame, Thompson, Newsome, and Brownlee. Shot clock reads 5. Newsome to Alas. You have to put it up. Tough shot for Kevin Alas. Almost.
Still a lot of time left here for the Philippines.
China setting up the play. Zhao looking at his bench, asking for instructions. He goes for the 3 and knocks it down.
That was against Justin Brownlee. Wala si Junmar Fajardo na gusto nilang atakin sa ball screen offense.
Alas goes back outside.
And Brownlee has to touch his basketball right now.
Newsome. Outside to Thompson. 5 to shoot. Scotty attacks. Ball is loose. Bodies on the floor.
2 possessions, no touch for Brownlee.
And play continues. As there was a whistle backcourt.
Might be a foul against China. Intentional foul against China. That will be 2 free throws and perhaps a possession for the Philippines. This was what happened underneath.
Pareho silang number 3, but I think you're right, the official was referring to China's Hu Mingxuan, who pulled Chris Newsome. You can hear it from the crowd. Newsome, though, shot 1 out of 1 a while ago. This is the first. Second one drops for Chris, and ball possession goes to the Philippines.
I say this again, Justin Brownlee has to get his touch.
5 minutes and 52 seconds remaining. It is what is left for Gilas Pilipinas to get back in the game.
Has to get his touch.
5 to shoot. Alas for 3. He's open and he knocks it down.
Justin Brownlee has scored or assisted in 12 fourth quarter points for the Philippines. That was huge. It is down to 4 for China.
69-65. Zhao outside. Oh no, big one coming, but a miss.
That was 4 points in 1 possession for the Philippines. Last
Brownlee
time
again
out.
has it. Offensive foul called on Japet Aguilar. That's a tough one, but this first, the 3-pointer from Kevin Alas, was provided the spark here in the fourth quarter.
We know how streaky Kevin Alas can be. Born scorer, low by player. Yao Ming, stoic as ever.
Pressure is on. Alas is guarding Zhao. Naitawid ng China. They will set up the play. Zhao against Japet. Back to him. Fakes. Attacks. Aguilar standing his ground, playing excellent defense.
Oh my goodness.
What a prayer of a shot.
Oh yes. Never easy scoring against one of the best inside protectors in Japet Aguilar.
Balik sa anim ang abante ng China. Alas spins off the glass and in for Kevin Alas.
That's what Kevin can do, score in bunches. 4 pa rin kalamangan ng China.
Well, he is making his presence felt. Rewarding Coach Tim Cohn for that bunot here in the fourth. Zhao. Outside, off to the left. Picked up by Newsome. 4-point game.
Here comes Brownlee.
4 minutes remaining in the ball game. Brownlee has a lot of time to work with. 3 3-pointers for JB in the quarter, 5 in total. Gets his own miss. Third try for Gilas. Thompson is fouled and will shoot free throws.
Closer and closer, the Philippines is to China. Outside scoring, 3-point shooting. Playing with a lot of guts. Down by as much as 22 points. Now behind by only 4. A chance to inch even closer. There's still a lot of time left.
Oh, but the free throws have been hurting Gilas Pilipinas. Misses both. We are only shooting 50% at the charity stripe. We are dominating the offensive boards.
And this dominance happened in the last 2 quarters.
Can Gilas get another stop? Good look at the three.
Wow. Outstanding execution for China the previous play. No ball screens, just a simple pin down. Cold-blooded 3 for Team China after 3-point shooting outburst was delivered by Brownlee here at the 4th.
Coverage continues here on Pilipinas Live. Gilas Pilipinas was able to cut the lead down to 4. That's a validation.
They missed 2 free throws earlier. China converted the 3 ball. Call the timeout. Turned it over with a 5-second violation. China has a chance to increase a 7-point lead.
Big possession coming for China. Looking to extend the lead. Zhao. Bounce pass inside. And they convert.
Another timeout called by Coach Tim. This was just a 4-point lead. We were at the 15-foot line. It could be sliced to 2 points instead. This has already increased once again to this much. Terrific. Pectus pass inside. And what about the finish? Even against that weak side defense coming from Scotty. Look at the side spin on that pass. Perfect delivery. Excellent finish.
Timeout, Gilas Pilipinas.
We get a bucket here in the stop. Bucket in the stop. Let's go. Three guys across. That's great. All right. 2 more down.
Timeout called by Coach Tim Cohn. Tense moments in Hangzhou, China. The lead of China was as big as 20 points.
20 yan.
Gilas went on a run in the 4th, Coach Ronnie.
Third quarter.
4 na lang.
Third quarter. 4 na lang. Nasa free throw line si Scotty Thompson. China has 3 team fouls. The Philippines has none. That's the 14th foul for China.
One more will put them in the penalty.
Yun ang inaantay ng Pilipinas.
3 minutes and a second left in the 4th. Perez checks in for Chris Newsome. Gilas has the to play flawless basketball for the remainder of this game if they want to enter the finals of the Asian Games.
First time in 22 years that the Philippines is in the semifinals. Philippines looking to make it to the finals for the first time since 1990, or a good 33 years ago.
Perez for three, misses.
Big defensive stop completed by China. 4-0 run. Ay, hindi, apat na lang kanina to, di ba? 71-67, 5-0 run by China.
Time is on the side of the red shirts. But too fancy.
Oh, wow.
A gutsy move. Lucky for him, it stays.
Honestly, it never works. Not at this type of caliber, not at this level.
A miss. And Perez gets the rebound. Brownlee on the run. JB inside to Junmar, establishing position. A lot of contact and tap it to CJ Perez, who will finish.
Philippines needed that as a shot in the arm. This is the twilight zone already. Up 9 China. Still ahead by 7.
Under 2 minutes remaining in the game. There was a foul called on the drive by Zhao.
And again attacking the ball screen defense of Junmar Fajardo time and again. Look at this sequence. Rejecting the ball screen, taking out the rim protector. But the foul was called against Kevin Alas. Meanwhile, on the flip side, CJ Perez throwing caution to the wind, getting into the heart of the defense, and scores for the Philippines after about a 2-minute scoreless drought for Team Pilipinas. The pressure is on. It happens to the best of them.
1 minute, 46 seconds remaining.
Just like Scottie Thompson, he missed 2 free throws.
Missing. And Gilas is still right in the ball game. Brownlee.
Baptiste from China has been the biggest ambassador of basketball in China.
Kevin Alas almost.
Almost. Still a lot of time down. Cold-blooded 3. Bente yan.
Gilas went on the run in the fourth, coach.
In 22 years that the Philippines is in the...
JB inside.
The pressure is on. It happens to the best of them.
1 minute, 46 seconds remaining.
Just like Scottie Thompson, he missed 2 free throws.
Missing. And Gilas is still right in the ball game. Brownlee with a smaller defender. Controls, puts it up and puts it in.
That's a big break for the Philippines. Brownlee lost possession. But Brownlee is able to score. Lead down to 5 for China. Under 2 minutes left in the semi-final face-off.
Wait, take this, boom. You go to the post. Okay, You don't have it. Hey, two side over. Let's go. Hey, quick, quick, quick. 追第一个，追第二个。
Justin Brownlee, 36 points yesterday,
In 36
27
minutes.
today.
In 36 minutes last night. Now with 27, 21 in the last two quarters. Had 6 in the first quarter, 10 in the third quarter, 11 here in the fourth. Kaya ni Scotting pressuring at agawan yan.
Gilas has to play excellent defense. Shot clock winding down. There's a mismatch down low, but a steal by Gilas.
Big stop for the Philippines.
Brownlee. Step back three, big one coming for Justin Brownlee.
It is down to 2. A stop and a 3 ball from Brownlee. 30 in the match for Brownlee.
Under a minute left to play. China just up by 2 points. From 20 points down to just 2. Gilas fighting for a spot in the finals. In and out, Brownlee. Perez saves it. Possession goes to Gilas.
Watch out for Brownlee.
JB has been hot, keeping Gilas alive. 3-pointer for the lead. Justin Brownlee knocks it down.
6 points, 2 possessions. Down 20, now up by 1. Philippines needing one final stop to get into the gold medal match.
What a performance for Justin Brownlee, carrying Gilas on his shoulders.
This was a big tip coming from Aftana to force this turnover. Brownlee saved it. This was the first 3 ball previous to that conversion by Brownlee. 1 on the right, but this was a more difficult one against 2. No doubt, no problem for Justin.
Magic Brownlee, Justin Noybe, call him whatever name, he is hot. He is on fire and he's trying to bring Philippines back to the final stage.
Ang question dito, is the Philippines over the limit? Can the Philippines give up fouls?
Coach Ronnie, the last time Gilas was in the finals of the Asian Games, you were there.
Was in 1990. And he lost to China in the gold medal match. A chance to play Jordan in the finals.
$33 years since then.
17 in the quarter for Justin Brownlee.
Perfect from the outside. No better time for Justin Brownlee.
We'll go back to the 2 missed free throws of China earlier.
Shot clock is off. One last possession. Can Gilas contain China? Can they complete the comeback? They swing the ball, open shot. Mid-range jumper on the way. Nothing there. Perez secures the rebound. Brownlee has it. Throws it up. And Gilas Pilipinas escapes. And they march on to the finals.
Justin Brownlee saving the day again for Team Philippines. He did it against Iran. But this will go down in the books as one of the best individual performances somebody has done for the country. China cannot believe it.
In disbelief.
Up by 9, under the 2-minute mark.
Shell shock. Up by 20 points. and then they lose by 1. And look at the sportsmanship being shown by the head coach of China, Justin Brownlee, with all humility.
No celebration. But this unit, this team is heading into the finals. The first time since 1990. Minimum is a silver medal. Gold medal within reach. It's about time. And it's Justin Brownlee's time. The Philippines will repeat over China. China 77-76. This was a 76-67 count late in the fourth. 10-0 run generated by who else? Justin Brownlee. 9 straight points.
History for Gilas Pilipinas, Coach Ronnie, and just an honor to be able to cover this one with you, part of that 1990 squad that got the silver, and now the country has another shot at the gold.
This time against Jordan, as Team Coach said, when they get the chance to play against Jordan, he believes that they can beat them.
Ronnie Hollis Jefferson and his Jordan squad waiting in the wings.
Leading scorer at the Asian Games, Justin Brownlee, proving once and for all that he is the Mr. Do-It-All for the Philippines. Tremendous fourth quarter performance. Started in the third. Down 20 in the last 2 quarters. Behind by 9. Under the 2-minute mark. But when Justin Brownlee has the basketball, things happen. Things happens, and the numbers may not be the perfect picture on what exactly transpired. But the biggest name right now, all over the Philippines, not just here in the Asian Games, is Justin Brownlee. Numbers that will tell you how we were able to turn around after being down by a deficit as big as 20. And the team that was barely formed 2 weeks before the competition is on its way to competing against Jordan in the gold medal match.
Lumaban ang Pilipinas. Pinakita ang pusong Pinoy, not giving up when the odds were against them. Beating China on their home floor.